Whoa!
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. It's a morning. It is a morning of mornings. It is what is it, Monday morning? Yeah.
Yep.
It's Monday morning, October 9th. Yes. Yes. And I want to say hello to everybody in chat. I want to say hello, Mrs. Hillbilly. Yep, that's pretty much the person in chat. Hey, look, there's Hillbilly. He's there. He's there. He's everywhere. James.
Darc.
What's up? Darc. Hello. Woo-hoo. Yeah, Darc is our channel sponsor at carndartopia.com, where you can find sweet dice bags, dice boxes, dice pets, ornaments, little business card holders with a set of D&D dice. It is pretty spicy. And we got a late bloomer. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, morning.
Good morning. Woo. You must have had a lot of stuff going on today at home. Look at you.
Yeah, look at me. Yeah, I kind of slept in.
Yeah.
Had a busy day yesterday.
And there's new items on Darc's carndartopia.com website. Check it out.
Nice.
Yeah, always new items. Check out what's going on there. There's always something fun to find. And whenever you buy something from her, you're supporting the channel here and with Mr. Hillbilly and Prime 406 Games and everybody else who's affiliated with him.
Everybody else.
Yeah. New items. Wow, Darc. That's right. Yeah. So the topic today is not very Magic the Gathering like. I don't know if you noticed. So the topic of today is called Truth of Being a YouTube Content Creator. So, everything's going to be based off fact and opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Fact based off opinion, opinion based off fact. Yes, because this is going off my personal experience and everybody else's personal experience who's a content creator here on the live.
Well, that leaves me out of this because I'm not a content creator. I could be.
Yep. He could be. With those looks, he could be a supermodel.
That's right.
Yeah. You could sell ketchup. You could sell ketchup to a man in a white shirt.
I could. So I can sell snowballs for Eskimo, right?
Right. Snowball to an Eskimo. There's probably more truth in that.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll probably be listening a lot. I might have an opinion, but I really don't have an opinion because I really don't do content. I like watching the content.
Oh yeah.
So it's all yours.
Boo. And with that, we're going to define the topic. Oh, so defining the topic is going to be very simple today. Mm-hmm. We're going to traverse and get engaged with the thought process and the truths about being a content creator and the little sacrifices we make or the more elements of how we feel about it and the effort we put into it, because it is definitely a tasking job. So if you viewers of the world wanted to become content creators, this will be a good step forward into understanding what we go through and can probably help you out. It will help you out so you can work with and against the things we'll be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's as simple it is. I mean, it's so simple. We just go right here. Woo! So quick. Discuss the topic. And James
Yes.
Will says he loves the Cheech and Chong reference on the shirt.
So, what I now on this topic, what I have sacrificed is TV. I never watch TV anymore. I'm always watching content to help my content. And
Oh yeah. Ever since I got into YouTube creation, my TV viewing time has dropped dramatically, a lot. Like if you're a TV connoisseur, unless your content's about what you see on TV, you're not watching TV very much.
right,
That is very sure. That is very true. You know, and you know, part of it's a balancing act. So that's why like certain times of the day when I'm not streaming and the wife is up, I'll hang out with her and watch some romance flick that she's watching, like some Hallmark video or whatever, or like right now she's watching some horror movie because it's Halloween month and she loves watching horror movies. You know, like I'm out here, you know, not in there right now, and that's because I promise a live every day at 11 when I can, which tomorrow I will not be able to go live. Got an appointment in the morning. But content creation is demanding. It is more demanding than the person who ain't creating content doesn't realize. And it's a balancing act too. Like, you know, I don't work a job, so I got more time to delve into content creation, where some people, like say Prime 406 Games, works a job and it's harder for him to balance out his content creation. Or Dual Brain, you know, same as him. Like he has to balance out his content creation. Same with Mr. DJ Longhair. Yeah. How's the shoulder pain? It's still there. It's nagging a little. Metamonk. Hello.
but balancing stuff out is the hardest thing to do
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to content creation, because you gotta have a thought process. All right, what content am I going to make? What time do I do this? When is my free time to do it? Um, it's just a lot of. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well,
This
it's
goes
not.
on.
It goes on and on and on because, like, when you're more serious about it, when you're into it, you have to use all your skills.
Mm-hmm.
Like for you watching, you have a set of skills that you learned from school, college, whatever. I never went to college other than Job Corps, which is like a step below college, if I'd say. So then I'm only experienced in graphic design there. But YouTube, the more serious you get into it, and the more competitive you get into YouTube creation, the more time consuming and effort you're going to put into it. Which I want to bring up is content creation is probably one of the most selfish gimmicks you can get into, and with one of the most selfless angles you can get into. It's selfish because you're taking time away from other people and from your life to delve into the content creation.
Right.
That includes the research, that includes the studying, that includes the time it takes like to make a thumbnail, put together a video, the editing, and that includes stepping away from reality to do it. The selfless part about it is you're trying to please people, and you're trying to please people in a mass, and you're trying to appease to them, you know, but you're trying to stick to your guns, but you're trying to appease the people. It's because you're trying to get into the algorithm, which Mr. Beast said is if you can replace the word algorithm with audience. And so it's trying to appease the audience to push the algorithm.
But isn't your goal the goal to be the best? Because there's a lot of competition out there for your format. But you want the people who are browsing YouTube
Hmm.
to find your channel and not the other person's channel.
Right.
Because, you know,
Well,
the more,
that comes with monetization.
Zombie. Tanzilla.
Because when you're monetized, your channel gets seen before somebody that's not monetized.
There is so much more into that comment than you're letting out. So monetization does not push your content.
Oh,
No. What pushes your content is your titles, your hashtags, your ats if you're adding anybody, like targeting people, like your thumbnail and your viewer retention push your thing. Like I said, Mr. B said it. If you replace the word algorithm with audience, anybody who watches your video, if they actually watch your entire video and then like leave a like or interact with a comment, YouTube pushes it. If no one likes your video and no one comments or likes your video, the algorithm doesn't push it. No, it's all about the audience. And that's the tough thing to get around, because the audience, when you think of the term audience, you're thinking about hundreds of individuals, at least like hundreds of individuals you're trying to impress. Because what happens, the reason why subscribers are important, as soon as you upload a video, YouTube immediately pushes your content to your subscribers. Subscribers are your general audience, and how your subscribers interact with your video, like if they like the video, if they comment on your video, if they do anything else like share your video, whatnot, that pushes it in the algorithm, and the algorithm pushes it to people who relate to them or relate to topics like that. And I've been doing hours beyond hours of studying on this lately, because I'm trying to push my content to be better, because I am just a few thousand, I'm just like 1,000 view hours away from being monetized myself.
Nice.
So I'm really looking into it, because like I just need like 1,000 more viewership hours to be able to have memberships.
Hmm.
And for those who don't know what a membership is, Coogie dude, membership is people can join a membership on your channel, pay you a monthly fee to help you create content, and you can have a couple different tiers like Patreon, and like have ways to give back or perks for people being a member of your channel. The Lawson, hello. Let's see. It's not easy. That's why for me it's just a hobby. I will not be heading down the path to become monetized. Well,
Okay, I want to make a comment about that. About what Manamuck just said.
all right.
I understand where it's coming from, because basically it's a hobby for me too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care if I get monetized. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would like to be. I like to get that 500 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
But if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. That's the way I look at it. I want it, but if I don't get it, I don't get it. If I do, I
Right,
do.
right. Oh no, you're good. Like YouTube has to be a hobby first.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has to be a hobby first before it's anything else. Because the truth is, you have to enjoy what you do. If you don't enjoy what you do when it comes to content creation, then you just should stop right there, because your audience, your viewers will know that you do not what you do, and now push them away from your content. You
Right.
know, and a lot of things that go into this, and a lot of things I'm trying to drive into, like my channel lately, is trying to without diverting from my own stylistic choices and my own branding. I'm trying to expand upon the the stuff I need to create more viewership. I'm trying to make more clickbaitable titles that are truth. By clickbaitable titles that are truth, is I want to make titles that are clickbait but are not lying to you about what the subject is. You know, like if the content of the video is going to be about, like, say today, it's about the truth of being a content creator. You know, I was as clickbaity as I could find it, or make it, but I want people to come in and be able to say, oh, this video, this live is all about this topic. So this dude wasn't lying. Because one thing you never want is clickbait that doesn't fall through. You know, like if you like, for example, for Cookie Dude, if he clicks on a video saying how to improve your radio, and they have a picture of an old fashioned radio, but when you watch the video and it's like this newer model boombox from the 90s, and Dad has this one from the 80s, he's like, that makes no sense. The clickbait was there, because like clickbait used to be a real thing. Like people used to, like, especially younger kids would get like some supermodel cut out of a PNG and post it in the thumbnails, like acting like the lady's going to be there but never there. And people got pissed off because a lot of people kept doing things like that, whereas just clickbait to click on the video, and the video was nothing about it. Now, today's world, we are more conscious about not being clickbaity, but we're very conscious of how our thumbnails work. Like today, I spent a whole good hour and 15 minutes making my thumbnail, and I know I use AI art and stuff a lot, but I was struggling to get the perfect image going on. That's why I actually used myself in the image today, like with my ecstatic faces. I couldn't generate the right image I wanted to, so I had to go around and loophole myself into the image. I'm like, maybe that's a lesson learned there.
So what is the thumbnail?
It's the image you click on to view the video.
Oh, okay.
So when you're scrolling through videos on your phone and you see the pictures of videos of people's faces like this, that's a thumbnail.
Okay. And the creator has to create that, right?
Yeah, it's all done. Like, it is all done. Like, it's all created by me. It's all created by someone. It's not easy. That's why it's for me. Yep. Yeah, we read that comment. Sup, DeLawson. I find your stuff interesting. Well, thank you. One thing.
Go ahead.
Oh, when's your hot tub? That's not my channel. That's DJ's channel. I am not doing a hot tub. Hello.
Morning, Richie.
One thing I want to emphasize, because I'm a low budget YouTuber. MTG Hillbilly is a low budget YouTuber. Our budgets are not huge at all. I'm no millionaire like Cookie Dude down there. Cookie Dude's not
right. I own a percentage of YouTube, so
right. So the more budget of a YouTuber you are, the more work you're gonna put into your content. Rich Dub's like, I'm no budget YouTuber. Yeah, I believe you're not. I'm no budget YouTuber. Yep, that's what I want to clarify. Yep, but like there's a lot of free programs out there that you can use. Like I use Inkscape and GIMP to make and process thumbnails. I use Leonardo.ai, which is an AI art generator that's free to use with paid features if you want to pay for them. To create my art, create my fantasy art. I use OBS, which is a free streaming software. I use Audacity, which is a free audio software. And the most expensive product I own costs like $40 when editing is a Win Movie Maker for my videos that I edit. I pay for StreamYard. I pay for the $25 a month version of it. Well, the wife and I do, right? But my budget's small.
Yep.
And what I want to emphasize, with a smaller budget, the more work you're going to put into it. Like, so there are some people out there who can afford to pay people to make thumbnails, or there are people out there who can afford people to do the editing. And there's these things people can do in the beginning of YouTube editing and the YouTube content creation, especially on a budget. All the work is you 100%. especially if you try not to cheat and stealing other people's work. Never steal anybody else's work. Try to do your own work. Put all your work and effort into it. Like for example, when it comes to thumbnails, I have from scratch, and sometimes I have to divert, and you have to understand and learn thumbnails. Thumbnails are not easy to learn unless you watch the right video, which shill. I got a video in my list where you can watch easy my take on thumbnails. No, wait, yeah, laugh loud. I do buy thumbnails. I guess I'm not no budget. Well,
that's the way I feel about my decks that I make on Arena. I don't like to net deck. I like to make my own decks, and because net deck makes me feel like I'm cheating.
right.
I'm taking somebody else's work, not my own work. My own work is my decks.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, and I want to thank everybody who's here in chat and who's liked the stream. We got 11 people watching and only 6 likes. Let's see if we can fix it. I appreciate it if you do. So now, like I said, an arduous task of content creation is selfish because you're taking away a lot of time from your life to do it. Now I do what I do because I can do it at the times I do it. Like I stream in the mornings because I can stream in the mornings very easy. I stream twice on Wednesdays, and I stream on Thursdays. Then I go on DJ's live later that night. Then on Fridays I play video games, and Saturdays we try to play a Commander game, and Sundays we just have a morning show, and sometimes I play Commander. I do these things at times I can, but it's still taking time away from the wife, the family, But in this, and what really struggles, what I find is a struggle, especially I'm not some single guy who's just going his own way, is I got responsibilities around the house that I have to keep up. All I'm doing is being on my computer, working on the computer, taking a break from the computer to do stuff away from the computer, like a chore or get dinner ready or focus on something like that. Then I'm back on the computer. Then when I get time, I have to manage my time well so I can take a break and breathe and not get frustrated at the science of YouTube. All right.
Hillbilly thinks think of NetDex as a group project. Everyone plays it and makes tweaks, and eventually the effort makes the most efficient list for archetype.
Yep.
No, that's not what I'm coming
from. Man, Monk. Thank you for stopping by.
That's not what I'm coming from. Where I'm coming from, let's say you make a deck on Arena. I see that deck. I copy the whole deck and then run it as is. Mm-hmm. That's me stealing. I feel like that's me stealing the deck from you.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it, Lawson.
Now, if I take the deck and I take maybe 3 or 4 cards from it, then I make a bunch of changes, then it's a totally different deck.
Right. Now, here's what I want you to think. Because decks you build, they do take time, when you're trying to put them together. But I want you to step back away from the computer in your brain for a second of Arena. Step back away from Arena. Now explain to us, Hillbilly.
Okay.
The background you do, the StreamYard you do, or the Streamlabs you do. Mm-hmm. Like how much learning have you put into it, and how like your little box that you press buttons on. What's it called? The Steam Deck?
Yeah, Stream Deck.
Stream Deck, yeah. So like that's the curve you want to get into right there and talk about that because you're constantly trying to improve your content.
Right.
While doing Arena is the content.
Right.
Right. But it's like you want to talk about the stuff that goes around creating the content.
Right.
You know,
Well, the stuff, yeah. All right. Well, the stuff that goes around that is when on my Stream Deck, I try to, put certain buttons, program certain buttons that help me on my streams, such as that word dag blaggit. Everybody likes that word dag blaggit. Well, I got a button on I had to figure out how to record on my computer, my voice, and then put it on the Stream Deck.
Right.
Then I got a bunch of buttons programmed on it, like when I go to different scenes. I got buttons on that to take me from one scene to another scene. Keep me from having to bring my Streamlabs up that I pay $20 a month for.
Right.
And I pay $20 a month for that. And if I didn't have my Stream Deck, I had to go into Streamlabs, change my scene.
Right.
Go back to where I was. Go back to Streamlabs, change the scene again, and that's a lot of work. And I bought the Stream Deck, and I had to learn how to program all these buttons on it. Then I got Karn's Artopia. I got her programmed on button. Then other content creators I think so much of. They got their own button, so when they come on the stream, all they gotta do is push a button and their link pops up.
Oh yeah.
And then I invested in a Yeti mic that costed money. Plus, I had to spend around $800 just for a gaming computer.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And I invested I didn't invest too much on my lights. That's probably the cheapest things I've got is my lights.
All right, so really quick, being at the halftime of the show, I want to shout out Karn's Artopia, our channel sponsor. You go to karnsartopia.com, and you can find some cool dice boxes, dice bags, dice pets, or little dice dragons, some Magic the Gathering ornaments, swag, all customizable if you ask. Just tell them Tortoise sent you, and help out the channel. She has amazing high quality homemade goodies for sale for you. Check out karnsartopia.com.
Another thing is I'm still learning the Stream Deck. And it takes a lot of time just to figure out what I can do on the Stream Deck. And I'm still learning the Stream Deck.
Oh yeah.
And it takes forever. And just like right here, I got all these buttons. And every one of them does an action.
Right.
And that's a lot of actions that I do every day.
So
all these buttons are being pushed every day. There might be a couple on here that don't get pushed much, but most of them are getting pushed once, once a day.
Oh yeah, and Darc Raven wants to let you know there is some sweet, transparent business card holders with some D&D dice. Pretty solid. All right. So yeah, that's a lot of work to learn from a tool. Like I got some fancy equipment over here that was gifted to me by family members, like my wife and the son, and that helps out with certain qualities of the channel, like my laptop, which is not cheap and was gifted to me by the Coogie Dude. That helps out a lot, and there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of finance that goes into it if you're starting alone, if you don't have the gift of being gifted. So when you step into YouTube, like YouTube is free to use, and YouTube is free to use. It's free to upload, but the cost of starting your content creation has a minimum cost. You need a good microphone. You need at least a decent camera. You know, you need a decent computer to upload onto, or you can even use your phone for like shorts or start recording from your phone. But you're going to constantly improve, and you know what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself in a rabbit trail of going through like watching people like Nick Ninham and other people who talk about content creation and talk about things that improve your channel and how to improve your look and viewership. It's crazy. It's good. It's good. It's a good thing, but it's still time consuming. The studying you got to do. And one thing I want to stress, and I can't stress enough, and I made a short that really didn't stress it enough, is you got to stop thinking of yourself as a content creator.
Right.
The other day, I was watching a video about this guy complaining about the word content creator and content. So the content you make, like YouTube videos, is only content on YouTube. For you, it is a passion project. It is something you do. It is something you make. It's something you put time and effort into. And you have a channel that you're posting it on, that you create a banner for, you get a logo for. You know, you got to start thinking of yourself as a brand manager more than you do a content creator, because you're branding yourself, you're managing your videos, you're editing, you're making yourself an image, and you're trying to get people to come in to make yourself more presentable to the world, because YouTube is about presenting yourself and making your content better, making your content good, and continuing to strive to be better and get people to like your stuff. And in a lot of cases, you got to have the motivation, and you got to feel okay with wanting to make money, because that's the end goal for a lot of YouTubers. Even if it's just a hobby at first, the goal to make money is always there. There are people who monetize themselves a lot. Hey, Prime 406 Games. Whoop, whoop.
Prime.
Yep, Prime. So yeah, there's a lot of people who do it for the money, and that's and the sad truth about it, and it's not exactly sad, but sad truth. No matter if you like what you do or not, there will be a time when you're approached by YouTube, and YouTube's gonna be like, You want to make money? You made the views, you made the subscriber goals, you put all this work. Here, let's make you some money, or let's get you some memberships. You know, let's start doing memberships. Let's get you invested, because, like, once you get memberships, that pushes your content a little more, because how it works. Then you got channel monetization, which doesn't push your content even more. But what it does is, since your advertisements are paying for you, or like to buy nickel diamond, or make nickel and diamond up your paycheck, like giving you little bits here and there, it starts hitting different people different, like in the mindset. Like once you start becoming monetized or have the goal monetized, you start taking your stuff more serious, because you realize your content is more serious than you take it for. But my suggestion is, try not to change who you are on the way out, because you don't want to flip yourself over just for the money. You want to be yourself and keep people entertained by you being you and what they love you for, you know, your content for, you know, get that viewership.
So if you get a membership, doesn't it become like you're like a full-time thing, because the members are helping you support your channel, and so you got to do something every day like you do, but I think you got to do more, because people are supporting you.
They pause. Yeah. So basically, YouTube, even before you're monetized, is basically like a full-time job. And you're like, especially if you're trying to push for that content, push for the views, you're going the slow route. Like I'm going the slow route, not meaning to, but I didn't realize how slow I was going until I realized through research what I'm not doing correctly. It's a full-time job because you're through the process of filming, editing, going live, creating thumbnails for everything you do, and trying to create topics that will hit the search engine. Because your titles you want to set up in the search engine, your hashtags you want are words people use in the search engine, stuff like that. The tough thing is the slow route is tough, but you're learning and you want to grow and you want to be better. The fast route, if you do the fast route, you won't know everything you did right away, because you'll see what it did right and you'll just try to repeat the process over and over and over again. Like what some people want to do is they want to niche down. Like some people want to niche down to one subject and just kind of repopulate, and regurgitate the same kind of content over and over and over again. Well, as good as that works, I've seen the same process get old and retired and done. Like, people do the same kind of thing over and over and over again. You get tired of that thing, so you kind of stop watching them and move on. And another tough fact is getting into a world where you're saturated or oversaturated with the content. Like being a Magic the Gathering content creator is tough because the Magic the Gathering content creation is oversaturated. You're basically dropping a pebble in a pond of content creators there. So it's really hard to get noticed when everybody's already made the videos you want. People have already done the kind of content you're doing. I mean, like, look at MTG Hillbilly, right? And there's no dog on you. This fact.
Yeah.
He does arena content. He's obviously not the only person doing arena content out there. So now he's fighting everybody else to be in that content creation. You got pro players doing arena, you got newer players doing arena, and you got people in the middle doing arena. So he's trying to stand out. So to have 240 some odd subscribers is a pretty big feat, because you're already fighting for your place in the arena content creation.
262.
Woo, 262.
Ooh, yes.
262. Right. That's why I'm kind of trying to mix my content more. I'm trying to mix my content more, and I'm trying to find ways to make evergreen content. Like the title of this YouTube video is more evergreen, more searchable, more things people are interested in. I'm trying to find ways to make evergreen content that people can come back to and rewatch. Because I'm trying to make my YouTube channel sustain its viewership and retention. And retention is the key word here, because I noticed, like, when we're streaming, right there on top of my screen, there's a view count. It tells me how many people are viewing, coming in, and coming out. And I don't mention it to you guys, and I'll be like, hey, why did people leave or whatnot? No, I just watch it as we're talking, and I'm like, okay, this is how many people we got. And I gauge that to how many likes we got. And retention is how many people sit through and watch your entire content when possible. And I say when possible because I know some of the people who watch this content are at work. They come in, they watch as much as they can, they leave a like, they say something in chat, and they go. They go because they have to go back to work, which is pretty fine and dandy. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to keep up. Yeah, you're trying to keep up and trying to keep that retention so people are coming in. And I'm trying to find topics that engage people to stay in, that people want to know more about. And with Magic the Gathering, as content creator, and this is for everybody out there, as Magic the Gathering content creators, unless you're really doing a deck tech, your video is going to struggle. Unless you're going to do something very unique, like Spice 8 Rack. Or whatnot, unless you already have the followers. Like if you're like, there's a lot of videos I don't watch on YouTube, like especially from the professor at Tulane Community College. I'll name drop him. There's a lot of videos I don't watch because a lot of his videos are boring to me, and they're not. And like the thing he does right is he does more evergreen videos, more searchable videos. That's the key there. He's doing videos that are more searchable. But then he does some stupid thing like make a opinion video like I do, and I'm stupid for it too, making like an opinion piece. But he already has the viewership to make a video like that to get those thousands of views, where I don't. You know, so you know. One thing I want to drive in really quick: subscribers do not mean views. You can have, like, I have 520 subscribers, right? I get like at most 30 to 40 views on a video, sometimes less, sometimes more. All right. What does that mean for the super fast tortoise? It means that I'm having a harder time reaching out to 500 people that get my video notification when I upload to watch my video. So that's a problem on me, right? Because I'm not doing something right. And I have 528 people who are not clicking on my video and watching. That's something I got to learn.
I have that same problem.
You know, and it's not even a bad thing. What it is, it's a learning tool, and I got to learn from it. And that's why I'm like clickbaiting. Like, so far on this live alone, we've had 12 people jump in, and we got 9 likes, 16 people. Hello. And 1 dislike. Woohoo. Nice. People can dislike the stream, and I still get the benefits of people interacting. Hey.
Yep.
All right. You've made such progress, FT. It's great, and keep it up. Thank you. And hold on. Hello.
Oh, no. You got a call.
But it does. I mean, content creation is what you make it. Have fun with it, but it's not for everybody.
And that's true. I've tried to do it, but I don't have the equipment to do a good one. I just have I do have a camera that I guess I can set up, but it's very hard to come up with something, and then like if I was going to do something, it'd be with vintage audio. Because I'm into vintage audio, which includes records, and I got every format there is. I got 8-track, I got cassette, I got records, I got CDs, I got MP3s, so I got everything.
But
I don't have every bit of content, for that, but I tried once to set it up, and it just I couldn't work it out.
But you got to think of content as a hobby. It's just a hobby.
Yeah, well,
you can't expect to go in and make money on it. Money don't mean. I mean, I don't care if I make money on YouTube or not.
Well,
it's just a hobby for me and something for me to do.
Yeah, but you did put. I mean, you have put some dollars into it to make your content more pleasing to the viewer.
Now that's because it's part of my hobby. I think it's just part of my hobby. It's not for. I don't think of it as being for the content. I think of it as being for my hobby. I don't buy this stuff to make my content better. I mean, yeah, it does, but I buy it to fulfill my hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
That's the way I think about all my equipment that I do buy for my streams and everything. I think of it as something to feed into my hobby.
Okay, yeah. I mean, but yeah, so you got that extra equipment, and that's to help your hobby out. So you're doing it for actually you to get better stuff, but you're not doing it to attract, subscribers.
Right. I'm doing it to support my hobby,
Right.
in which in turn for the subscribers. But I don't think of the subscribers. I think of the hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you got to think of the subscribers too. But I do all this for my hobby. Then the subscribers come after my hobby.
Well, I think you're not
But
touching on
if that
something
make
important here. Like you're saying you're doing it as a hobby, but you don't try to. Yeah, and you do it as a hobby, and you don't do it mainly for the subscribers, but the subscribers are kind of a bonus. But the subscribers are kind of like ranking points. Like, I know it sounds weird, but every time you get subscribers, it's showing you how well you're doing and how many people are tuning in or like to tune in on you. Because people watch your videos like after you're done streaming, later on to check up on it to see how you're doing. Those are the returning subscribers who are like, hey, I want to catch this content and see what I missed, or what if there's something I've done or wanted to interact with. Because not everybody can be there for your 9 a.m. show, but people at 10 a.m. can go back to your 9 a.m. show and watch that or whatnot. Examples. But what the ultimate goal and the ego in it is subscribers and viewership bring gratification through validation. That is really the key thing there that a lot of YouTubers want. Because if you're going to be a YouTube content creator, you're going to have that ego. And not saying you're going to be stuck up kind of ego. I'm just saying you're going to have that ego. You're going to want that ego. You're going to want that validation, and you're going to want that gratification from reaching your goals. And that's the truth behind it. There's a lot of personal, selfish reasons to be in YouTube. And like I said earlier in the beginning show, or earlier in the beginning, towards the beginning, is YouTube's very selfish with a selfless angle, right? Yep. You're selfish because you're doing it for yourself. You're taken away from everything else in your life to do it. And you're being selfless because you're trying to please other people. But like, it's one of those things where the selfishness and selflessness are going to butt heads, but the end goal is for that self gratification that you can do it better, and you're helping people out, or you're giving them entertainment. There's reasons to why you're being selfish, and there's reasons to why you're selfless when you're doing it correct. That's why YouTube really pushes for you to make quality content more than just like jibber jabber, let's just push videos everywhere content. They want, because people really respond to the quality. And people respond to the effort, and that's kind of forced us to be in that angle because they just don't want you to think that it's like in the old days where you can just do a pimple popping video and you get thousands of views. No, they want, they want you to bring good quality, and they want you, because like the truth behind YouTube is it's become a search engine like Google. Like think about this. Cookie Dude, how many times have you searched how to fix a radio part on YouTube?
Oh, geez. Every time.
Right?
Every time I need help, I just go on YouTube and look for people who are good at,
right.
So yeah, I do it a lot.
Right? How many times have I looked up a deck on YouTube? I've looked up lots of deck techs on YouTube. I've looked for a lot of advice on YouTube, like YouTube advice on YouTube. And in fact, YouTube's become such a search engine. You want your content, your YouTube content to fall into that category more often. That's how you're going to garner more views. That's how you're going to garner more trust in the system. Is when people say you want quality content, you want to put quality in your videos, but you want searchable content that people are looking for. Like how I talked to a hillbilly a while back ago saying I gave him advice saying, if you want to change the way people look at your content, change the title of your videos, your lives, to questions. You usually because I asked you, do you usually have a deck you want to start with in arena? And you're like, yeah, there's usually a deck I think about starting with. And I'm like, okay, well, turn the title of your video into a question. Does say Shieldred, example, the Shieldred overpower standard play. You can do something like that and just start thinking searchable term engine, searchable questions, and make them your titles. Like truth of being a YouTube content creator, I think was a very searchable title. I might be a little egotistical there, but I'm really trying to reach out and be different with it because I'm trying to play around and test things.
I mean, it is gratifying to get viewers and subscribers. I will say that it is.
Oh yeah, it's like a mark of you doing good.
Yep.
Yeah, but when I search on YouTube for super fast tortoise, first thing that comes up is a tortoise.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I have to go against. There's actually a lot of super fast tortoise videos out there that actually deal with real tortoises.
Yeah. Yeah. So so I don't know if YouTube, the more views, the more searches you get, you're up top. Like when you Google something, the most popular one's on top, and if you're on that Google list, you could be number 100,000.
Right. Well, think about this. Think about this, because I studied this up and I've did the research for it, and it worked. The content you post on YouTube with the titles and the hashtags you put will make you searchable in the realms. I went to MTG podcasts and found myself at the top of the list with like 3 other people. So
that's pretty good.
So don't think of your channel as what's being searchable. Think of the videos and lives you're doing as being searchable. That's what you want to get into the search range. Your content will push people to your channel if your content that you're managing is searchable.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry about mentioning arena again, but I always try to make new decks every day.
Well, yeah, but here's something that's unique, and I don't know if you thought about it, because you're making new decks every day, which is fine, which is perfectly in your brand, right? But do you have an idea of a deck that you're going to build that day? Right. Really. So you can't be like, I want to build a deck with this Merfolk, and you'd be like, oh, Merfolk and Standard or Merfolk Arena, searchable terms. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying, like, the advice I'm giving you is more about trying to find ways to make your searchable, your content more searchable, because this is stuff that I'm learning, and I'm not great, but this is stuff that can be implied. Like, I think, because like the one thing I've been learning is trying to assess, like every morning I have to come up with a topic for the show, and I've been learning how to research the topics a little differently. So I'm trying to push in different favors, so I'm trying to push to different content here. Like I'm trying to make it more searchable, more relatable, because the truth of being a YouTube content creator is trying to game the system before you upload that video or go live. Like imagine one thing I'd like you to try to practice, because it's in standard a lot, right? Like a lot of cards in standard. Like, think of a deck you want to build or a card you want to play with, and title the videos with that card. Like say Elish Norn, for example. Say you want to play with Elish Norn, you're like, okay, have a title of your video be, can we make Elish Norn a viable deck in standard? Something like that. Or be like, Elish Norn is OP, or Elish Norn is not that great, varying on how you think it is. Or turn it into a question. Searchable. Try to think try to think what people will search and Google or searching YouTube, because one thing
Okay.
that's kind of a trip is I can search you up, Hillbilly, on Google, and you probably didn't know that, right? I can search you up on Google. I can see your logo on Google. You can see me on Google. You can see my logo on Google. You can find Prime 406 Games on Google. You can find a lot of content creators on Google, and that's because Google and YouTube go together, and they're the top 2 search engines. So you want to be so the trick is trying to gain the gain, because one of the things I've learned by having YouTube Studio on my phone is it will tell me where people are finding my videos, where they're finding my lives. And one of the things that's been constantly growing is people finding me through search engines more than they are finding me through coming to me through links. So it means people from Google and people on YouTube are finding my content, right? And that's a lot of work. A lot of research I've been putting into it. So what I'm saying is just trying to help you think outside the box.
Yeah.
Because I want you to succeed, and I want you to get subscribers because you have really good content.
Thank you.
Look at that. I just searched Rafika the Mini, and an SFT video is the 3rd one. Hells yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
So that's what I'm saying.
Saying.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm not going to tell you anything I do not have personal experience in. I'm going to tell you the facts as I know them. That's how I want to, and not to toot my own horn, because I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm trying to show that I can prove the method. Like the method is working. It's slowly working, and searchable content's what you want. People search for different decks. Different decks that you build will become searchable. If you like, oh, today I want to build a Vraska deck. Vraska. Right? Vraska is searchable. People search Vraska. People search Elishnorn. People search certain magic cards. What kind of deck? I think and I don't want to preach at you, and I'm sorry if I am.
Yeah. No, you're not.
But for the viewers, I want them to understand, trying to get searchable titles, searchable topics. I want the viewer, you watching, to be like, okay, when I create a video, let's try to find a quality video, and the quality title be something someone would ask, someone would search for, because you never know what people will look for. Like, who knew someone's going to look for a 1980s vintage radio and how to repair it?
Well, there's a lot of people out there who do that. But
right.
So what you're saying is, when you do your thumbnail, there's a bullet statement that says what your video is going to be.
No, the thumbnail, you want your thumbnail to be catchy as much as you can, and you want to keep it close to the subject. I'm talking about the title of the video that's above the thumbnail that people read before they click the thumbnail.
Right. That's what I meant. It's something. Yeah. So if your say thumbnail, magic, this how to build a commander deck, but your video is about something different, about explaining cards instead of how to build the deck. Does that make sense?
A little. So yeah, you never want your title to be against what you're actually doing in the video.
Right.
And you can do a deck tech by explaining the cards in the deck and putting the deck together. But you never want to have the title to go against the video. You don't want the thumbnail to go against the video. You want the video to be enhanced and advertised by the thumbnail and the title.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to get across, but
All right. No, you're good. You're good. I'm just trying to make our brains on the same link here.
Yeah.
I'm just good looks. That's it. Yep. No brains.
What's that? What's that guy with the big head, and he read your thoughts?
Right. So I hope there's been a lot to take in. Hope there's been a lot to help you out. I hope there's been a lot to get into YouTube and understand the YouTube. I want to thank you guys for liking the video. Your likes are amazing. We've had 23 people drop by. We had a lot of likes put in like on the video. You guys are amazing. But it's time to close out the show because it's been an hour. I want to say thank you for showing up. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for subscribing today. You are amazing. I want to bring up Hillbilly. Thank you for joining in today.
Anytime.
All right, Cookie Dude, thank you for showing up.
Yes, I learn a lot every time. You guys know a lot, and I learn a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. No
problem.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.
Fear not, Megatron.